All right, so the next design feature we have is text. So we're going to throw a little text on our baseball shirt here, and I'll show you how to use the text feature. So when I select text, it gives you a text box somewhere on your design space. So we're going to put the name that we want to put on the back of our shirt, and we'll then up top you can see that I actually moved up here, and it's a little bit off my screen, but if I come up to the top and I use these arrows, I can actually just, if you pick on the text, so I'm left clicking on the text, I can actually move that down or move it into the area of my shirt where I want to place, in this case my template, where I want to place it. If you're not using a template, you can just move it anywhere in the design space. But as I select it, you can see that there's some buttons around this box. One is to delete it. So if you select this, it'll delete the object, in this case the text. I can rotate the object using this guy over here. So I'm left clicking and holding and moving my mouse, or clicking on the screen if you have a tablet. Over here, this lets you change the size. And then this over here, it's locked. And what the lock is it locks in your horizontal distance as well as your vertical distance, or your width and height. So if you unlock it, you can see now I can change the height independent of the width. Okay. And then I can just click on and delete. So let's do that again. So I'm going to select text. You can see it's down at the bottom. So I'm going to put in the text that I want to put on the shirt. And again, I'm going to come up here and I'm just going to left click. You can right to the edge. I'm just going to left click and I'm just going to bring this over to the back of my shirt. Now I can see here the width is 5 by 1. So I can use the edit bar up above to be more precise. So a couple things, if we look across here, these are your undo and redo. So if you make an edit and you don't like that edit, you can undo it and it'll put it back. You can see that it deselects the text. So to go back and edit the text, I have to select on it. So I just left click on it again and it selects it. Next you have the line type. So this is a cut. If you're drawing it or engraving or debossing, you'll pick those. We're going to stick with cut. We'll show how to use some of this in future videos. You can set the color. So if you're going to print it on red, you don't necessarily have to call it red or set it as red. But if you're using multiple colors, then it would be important to set the color. But if I was, it's whatever, it's going to help guide you. It's going to tell you that hey, all your, you're going to print all your red or cut all your red objects first, then all your blue objects. In this case, if I'm using black or even white, then you can leave it as that color and you just put the vinyl or the material on that you're going to cut. But it does make sense, and sometimes it's easy to visualize what color you want it to be. So if I'm going to use blue, I'll go ahead and set that blue to color. You can also come down here and create your own color, or and select a more advanced color if you want to. This is the color number. So if you have an actual color number on your material, you can enter it in here, and that will pick the color. So you can see how if I move my cursor around, I can change the color of the material. Over here, you can choose whether you want print or no fill. So you can choose that. I would keep, set the no fill. Let's set the color back. Here you can see that no fill is currently applied, which is why that icon is there. Over here is just to deselect, okay, or again to reselect it. The edit lets you cut it and copy. So if you want to make another piece of text, you can sit there and you can copy it. And if I move this one, where I can come back up here now that I've copied it, I can paste it. And now I have two versions of that object. That would be very similar to using the duplicate over here, which we'll talk about later. So I'm just going to delete that one and go back to this one. You can flip it. So you have the flip horizontal or flip vertical. So if I flip horizontal, you can see that it kind of mirrors it. If I flip it vertical, it mirrors it in the vertical direction. Right? So I can flip it back and get it back to the way it was. Or I could have used the undo. Now here's where I can adjust the size. So like I said, I can size it this way. Or if I know that I want, 2-inch letters, if I put 2 in for the height, so I entered in 2 and then hit the enter or tab, it changes the height of the text. And the same thing with the width. So then you can place it where you want. In your position here too, this lets you be a little bit more precise on your positioning. So this is your X direction, which is this direction, so left to right, and then the Y direction is top to bottom. So 0 is your upper left corner here, and that's where that position value comes into play. So you can see at 41.7 is right about in here, right? 41.7. So this is 42, and that's 41.7. So if I wanted it to be at 42, I would come in and just be more precise about where I place it. So lets you really have some precision in your placement of your graphics. So that gives you good spacing and whatnot. Down here is where you can choose your font. So I can choose a different font type. Now when it comes to fonts, again, there's a bunch of paid for fonts that you would need to download. Or if you select system, these are all the ones that are on your computer. So your typical Windows system type fonts. So you can come in here and pick which font you want to use for your project, and you can see that it'll set that color. You'll notice that it resized it because the fonts are different sizes. So I recommend you set your font type before you do any edits to the project. So now I can go back and set the color to blue, and I can place this back at 42. And if I want to, again, use a height of 2 for my text height, then you got to go back and do it. So just keep in mind, set your size before you, or set your font type before you modify the size. Here you can also control the spacing of the font. So you can see I can spread it out. If you've got multi-lines, you can change the line spacing. Here you can also adjust the font size, but we really want a 2-inch height, so that's where we're using the 2 height value up here. Okay. Alignment, is it centered, justified, left justified, right justified, and then if you want to put curve, you select curve and you use this little slide bar here to change the curvature of your text and your font. So we will set that back to 0, and that's going to not put any curvature. And then under advanced, this lets you ungroup your letters. So right now you'll see that I have a layer here, it's text, it's this full word. If I ungroup it, you'll see that now each letter becomes its own entity. So I would move each letter or edit each letter independently. And you can see that separates each piece of text or each letter into its own layer over here. So if I wanted to use different colors for different letters, I could do that now because I separated it. Okay, and you can see that over here as I put in and change the text. To group them back, what I would do if you didn't want to do that, you can select them all, and you can use. So I just left clicked and I used just did a window around the objects, and that will select all those objects. Then I can come over here and I can group them, and it groups them, but they remain separate objects. So like if I pick on the O in the layers, I can modify that color. But by grouping them, it lets me move them together, but yet keep them separate for other edits. So I would select here and be able to change the color of that letter independently. also be able to change the height. So if I wanted that one to be a little higher, I could do that. But again, they remain grouped together. And then if I wanted to ungroup them, I can go back and ungroup them. Just going to undo this, and I can undo multiple times until I get back to where it's no longer ungrouped. So now it's back to one piece of text. So that's some of the basics of the text, what you can do with it. And we'll show you more here in the following videos. So let's just go ahead and actually, while we're here, let's place this here. And I want to add a new piece of text. I'm just going to come over here and say text, and we're going to put in the number. And same idea, we want to, let's grab that, bring it down here. And we're going to I'm just going to manually move the size and put it in the middle of my shirt. And this is where you can align the object. So if I want this to be centered with this, if you left click on one and hold your shift key down, it selects both of them. And then from there, you can use the align command and align it horizontally. So now it's centered both of those objects and those text. So we'll cover more of those align commands here in a future video as well.